G'day, welcome back to another episode of TOGL, an outdoors day today, because we've actually got some sunshine. So today what I've got to do is start cutting the stair treads or the step treads for the stairs that are going to be in our new house. And I thought Blackwood stairs with a live edge on the front would probably look really nice. So there's 3 large Blackwood logs, well, large enough Blackwood logs that are on the block here that have been down for a number of years. This here is the oldest. These have been down for around about 4 years now. Now that means that they've dried out to a certain amount, even with all the rain and everything, because what I'll need to do is dry them for a little bit longer once they're cut, and then I'm going to take them to a local mill and they're going to put it in the kiln for me and get it really well seasoned and nice and dry so that it doesn't, twist or shrink or warp or anything once I put them in. That's very important. I'm going to need 15, so I'm going to cut 21. The reason I'm going to cut 21 is because I'm going to stack them on racks 3 wide. So that's 5 nice amounts of 3 to be the 15. I want a few more, just in case some do crack or warp really badly. They shouldn't, but I was going to go to 18. I thought, well, while I'm at it, I might as well just go to 21. So it gives me 6 spares if I need them. So plenty of room there for weed out some of the worst ones and just keep the best ones. So what I'm going to do, this piece right in there, that will be good enough for a couple of stairs, I reckon, so long as it's okay on the inside, of course, but it's got the right length and the right girth. And then I'll take a couple of pieces out of this one, get it on the mill, and we'll see. If it's not looking good, there's another 2, possibly 3 large logs actually. There's another one over there that I'm thinking of where I might be able to get that timber from. So plenty to choose from. We'll see how we go. Okay, it's very important not to cut into the ground with the chainsaw, because the chain will get blunt very fast if you do. So that's why I was trying not to cut too deep and get pieces off. I needed to get all that end off so I could roll that and finish the cut. Now at this end down here, it actually splits into 2 pieces. That was a fork, as you can see. And this side here is really good. That's a little bit rotten, but that's just that little piece there. So as I go up through the middle, I still may get some stairs. There is a crack running in it. How deep that goes, I'm not sure, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll bring the tractor up shortly and I'll pick that up, but I'll now cut a couple of pieces out of this one. So when I look at this on the end, there's no real good piece through it. It's still too wrinkly. I might come back just a bit and shorten it up. Try and get maximum wood out of it. Realistically, I'd start there, but if I get an extra couple of inches there, it would be beneficial in the long run. So I'll do that. Nice piece of wood. Now we're getting into the stuff. Get a little bit out of there. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. There's no rot in the middle, so that's good. Very good. Got a nice combination of brown and black lines, a bit of red. So I think what I'm going to do, all this weight is pinned on that one piece. I'm going to go and grab the tractor. I'll get a sling around it and lift it up so I can cut this bed. I don't want to chop it at the ground. I've got a brand new blade on. I don't want to ruin it. $50 down the drain. that's why I took that extra piece off. You see that's still in 2 pieces. Hang on. Oh. European wasp. They hibernate in these logs and stuff and under the bark, so if I see them I'll kill them. Anyway, yeah, you can see that that's still split into 2 pieces. Now I can still see a fault right there. It's not a fault, it's just that this is like three trunks that were growing all together. I was hoping that they might have joined, but there's still a bit of a fault there, a bit of a fault there. It almost looks like there's a little bit of rot in there too, I'm not sure. So I'm just going to keep slicing off. Like I said, ideally you would have just started up here, but I wanted to try and get the maximum amount I can. So I'll just keep taking some pieces off. This will just end up as firewood. Yeah, that's looking nice. That's really good. I should get some good stairs out of that. Probably get 2, maybe 3 out of that piece. We'll keep cutting down along the log. I'm definitely going to have to go and get the other log though. That's probably going to get too skinny down there. Okay, that's it for this log. So, got a big piece there. I might get 2 treads out of that. Probably get 2 treads out of that if I'm lucky. And then this one is twice as long, so there'll be 2 treads in it. Possibly 4. That last one there, probably only 2 treads in that, again, sitting like that. And the reason I cut it longer was because when I was cutting this one, I had a thought. I'm cutting it so that I've got the size of the step width, plus some excess. But is that going to fit on the timber mill between the rails? Because you've seen the timber mill, or if not, you'll see it very soon. It needs to sit on rails. So I quickly ducked down and I cut that at 1100 and the rails are 1050. So it's just going to fit, but it'll be a lot easier when it's twice as long to sit on those couple of rails and pin it and cut it. So yeah, it's probably what I'll do. But anyway, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces to now get strapped up and take down to the mill, and we'll start milling and we'll see how we go. Obviously that's nowhere near enough, so I'll definitely be going and tackling those other logs. They are larger than this. They're a lot larger in girth, so there'll be a lot of pieces in that. But I've been wanting to get this log out of the paddock for ages. Like I said, it's been sitting here about 4 years now, and I keep thinking, every time I drive up and down here, I keep thinking, I'm going to get rid of that log one day, just sitting there in the grass. So yeah, it was good as good as any reason to chop it up. So I'll get these moved and I'll see you down at the mill. Okay, well the first thing that we must do before we start cutting timber is making sure that the blade is sharp. So I'm going to give this a quick touch up. Make sure she's nice and sharp so we get nice straight cuts, especially when cutting blackwood, because blackwood is such a hard wood. You need a really good sharp blade. So flush up the Jenny here and we'll get going. Okay, now with a nice sharp blade, get this sorted, get it put on. I've used the old timber mill for a while. Once the saw blade is on, we need to set the tension with a tension wrench. I've found for this 32 foot-pounds works the best. Four old eyes are going. That's better. What are we out there? 10, 20, 32. 32 foot-pounds. Doesn't normally jump like that. What's going on here? Get that a bit further in. Try again. Okay, I'm not sure. I think that's going to jump off. It just doesn't look right. Right, now it's sitting right. Okay. Not sure what was going on there. Oh, it's looking alright. Just hasn't been used for a while, that's all. Right. There we go. Okay, so this is my log, and I need to decide which way to rotate it. I do have a crack through there. I get stairs there. If I rotate it, I could probably get stairs like that. But on this end it looks really good the whole way through, so I don't know, I might just start going through there and see how she goes. We can only try. That's a nice looking bit of timber. This is the very first slice off of the very first log, and I tell you what, if I can get stairs that have that sort of pattern in them, I'll be ecstatic. Now, my stairs need to be, I'll double check, I'm pretty sure it was 250, yeah, so I think they've got to be about 230 mil. I thought I'll make them 250. Now, 250 is to there, so that front right there, that's a perfect stair size, and that looks awesome. So all I got to do is cut down the again, what did I say I needed to cut them down? If I cut down 70 mils, because I'll probably bring them down to 40 mil, but there's going to be some shrinkage. And then I'll run them through a thicknesser and that to dress them up. So I reckon if I cut them at 70, that's a pretty good width. That there is going to make an amazing step with a beautiful live edge on it. This will be the back of the step up here. That's going to be insanely good. And that's just one step out of this. I think I'm going to get a lot out of this, a lot more than I thought I was going to get. That's brilliant. I'm really, really pleased with that. look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. Like, that is just so good. So good. That is just gorgeous. That is going to make beautiful stairs. My gosh. As long as these don't split and buckle, we are in. This is going to be great. Okay, I need to start stacking these. Ready for moving. This is the colour on the second cut. See why Tasmania Blackwood is so highly sought after? That, and it's very dense. So really hard wearing, really tight grain. That is just insane. That's so pretty. And that's just been laying in my paddock for 4 years. Right, well, I won't be getting any more out of that one. It's too thin now, but it was just enough to get a third piece out. And if I measure them, the great news there. Oh, what about up here? Oh, it's only 440 at the end, which would be 220. I was hoping I might have got 2 out of that, but I might only get the 1. We'll have to have a look. What have we got there? Yeah, most stairs are normally 240. Oh, most stairs are 240 in depth. So yeah, I'd need 480, and oh geez, there'd only be a couple of millimeters in it. Depends on how much it shrinks too. Anyway, we'll see. That won't get chopped until, and this is why I'm cutting extras, because you just never know what you're going to get. That could be 2 stairs, it could be 1. Especially when it's 500 up this end, and I've got these extra long. By the time I trim them back, it may just make 2 stairs, and the previous one would have been 2 stairs, and the one before that would be 1. So I've just got 5 stairs or 5 steps out of that one piece of log, which is brilliant. I'm technically a third of the way there to the 15 that I need. But like I said, I'm going to cut 21. So this is how we stack them, so that they can dry, get the air between them. Now, I just noticed this one does have a bit of a crack there and there, so that may only give me the one stair. Like I said, it'll depend. Over time, when they dry, that can really, like that crack can just open right up and the whole thing could be useless. For a stair, it might be good for something else. I mean, it's beautiful big thick slabs of Blackwood, but it's a bit of a gamble, bit of a lottery. Time will tell. This one's a bit of a hit and miss as to which way to cut it. Very fat at one end. I can see at that end that the best portion is on the bottom. Up here though, I've got a crack that runs from here all the way down, which could totally blow things out, which means realistically I should actually flip this on its side. So my best cuts might come through this way on that top bit, but that was a bit rotten. It's very hard to tell. You see what I mean? Have a look at this. So you would think that that bottom half there is the best and to keep it laying the way it is, but when you come around to this end, you see that I've got a crack running straight down there. So yeah, it makes it very hard to know which way. I'd almost be inclined to roll that to the right 90 degrees, to be honest. Yeah, very hard to tell. Alright, so I did roll it. I'm hoping I might get a couple of steps out of that there, maybe. Luck of the draw, let's see. Alright, that one's not bad at all. And I might get one more out of it too, I think. So I'll get this off and we'll have a look. Well, I'm buggered. It has been a big day. I was doing other stuff before I even started on that log, like chopping it up the top there, but chopping it up, moving all the pieces down and then doing the cutting, and it's starting to get dark now. It gets dark early now, but I'm going to call it for today. I flipped this over and then I thought I just couldn't even be bothered setting the height, so I just thought nah, call it a day, and I'll be back down tomorrow morning to do some more. So I've got 4 slabs over there which will hopefully do me 5 or 6 stairs maybe. So I'm going to move them over to the little shack now, because I'm going to keep them over there to stay dry. They're probably going to need to sit over there for a month or two with a bit of warmth on them. So I'll get a little heater or something, because I've got the whole 30 kilowatt system down here doing nothing. So, and we'll just let them dry out a bit, and then when they get down to about 18% moisture, that's when I can take them up to the timber mill, and they'll put them in the kiln and bring them right down to just I don't know, I think it's 10 or 11% he said, but whatever it is. There's still moisture in the wood that you buy at Bunnings and stuff. You put a screw in it and you can see the moisture coming out. So, but anyway, we'll get them as dry as we can. So yeah, I'll go and stack these over in the shed, and then I'm going to relax for the evening. I think I'll get back into this tomorrow. And here's all of the finished steps that I've cut. Now, I didn't end up going 3 wide. Like I said I was going to do. I was going to go 3 by 7, but some of these steps down the bottom here, some of these slabs will actually be 2 stairs in themselves. So technically that second row could be 4 stairs right there. So anyway, I've just stacked them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 2 stacks of 9 there. Should give me plenty. Now we just need to dry it. And you can see that I've got that little heater there. The solar system down the bottom is not getting used for anything. So there's a full 30 kilowatts of power there. So I just run that little heater overnight, let the solar build up again during the day when it's sunny. At the moment it's quite rainy, so I have been running the heater, the fireplace as well. So this is the little wood fireplace that we've got down here. I've just restocked it again. It goes out pretty fast when it's burning, this pine. This is just the offcuts, but it gets rid of them. It creates a lot of heat, which is great for drying out that timber. Well, those stairs are really drying out well. I don't think it'll be too much longer before I'm going to be able to take them to the kiln and get them dried out, so that'll be good. I've been working pretty hard and pretty fast lately. I've got all the joists in up the top now, got those other walls in as well that you would have seen from last episode. I found a much easier way of doing it, which is good, but I'll have to show you all of that stuff on next week's video because we're out of time. So thanks very much again for watching. You guys stay safe, take care, have a great weekend. Make sure you tune in next week to see about the joists and that going in, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Cheers.